In a move that has stunned the automotive industry, two Japanese giants and longtime rivals, Nissan and Honda, have announced they're joining forces to develop next-generation electric vehicles together. That's right. After decades of fierce competition, these two titans are teaming up in a historic partnership aimed at taking on the EV market leaders like Tesla. Is this going to be a boom to the EV world? Let's check it out. For years, both Nissan and Honda watched from the sidelines as upstarts like Tesla gobbled up market share in the booming electric vehicle space. Despite their vast financial resources and manufacturing prowess, these automotive giants seemed paralyzed, struggling to field legitimate all-electric competitors of their own. Based on this, we can say this shocking deal of coming together was driven by growing panic at both companies over their stagnant electric vehicle programs. Over the past few years, Nissan's pioneering Leaf EV has steadily lost market share to new models from Tesla, Ford, GM, and others packing better range, performance, and tech features. Honda has fared even worse, still without a single mass-market EV offering, despite ambitious announcements and promises. Trying to catch up, the company has reportedly spent billions on developing its own EV platform and proprietary battery tech, only to repeatedly delay launch timelines as development issues persisted. With shareholders growing restless and the EV market rapidly accelerating without them, the two proud Japanese firms were facing an existential crisis, or risk being left behind completely. That's when top executives at both companies decided to take the unthinkable step of joining forces, according to inside sources. In a series of secret meetings over the past year, leaders hatched a daring plan to merge elements of their respective EV programs into a new jointly owned venture. Although Nissan got an early jump with the pioneering Leaf, that pioneering EV failed to keep pace as Tesla pushed technology boundaries with ever more advanced, longer range, and higher performance models. Meanwhile, Honda's ambitious Prologue electric SUV program never made it to production after countless delays. Recognizing that their go-it-alone strategies weren't cutting it, top leaders at both companies took the bold step to funnel their respective EV efforts into a single, integrated partnership, aimed at overwhelming the market by combining their strengths. Nissan would bring expertise in electric motor and battery integration, honed over years of producing the world's first mass-market EV. Honda could leverage its industry-leading advanced battery chemistry research as well as its reputation for efficient, cleanly designed vehicles. Together, they would form an EV powerhouse. But that's just the strategic rationale for this tie-up. The really exciting part is imagining what kind of groundbreaking new EVs could emerge from merging the brilliant engineering minds at two of the world's most respected automakers. Just think about it. The seamless driving dynamics and sporty road manners Honda is known for, combined with the deadly silent thrust and instant torque of Nissan's electric power units. Visions of supremely well-sorted performance EVs with blistering acceleration and telepathic handling immediately spring to mind. Or how about taking Honda's packaging mastery and minimalist design philosophy and filtering it through Nissan's EV powertrain know-how? The result could be some of the most space-efficient and practical electric runabouts the world has ever seen, perfect for urban environments. The possibilities are simply mouth-watering. And with the shared commitment to drive down costs through scale and combined battery supply chains, these partners could bring an onslaught of relatively affordable EVs to middle-class buyers. But that's just scratching the surface of the upheaval this new alliance could unleash. The real earth-shattering impact may come from unified efforts in areas like charging infrastructure and integrated mobility solutions. Keep going to understand the big picture. Beyond just developing new electric motors, Nissan and Honda's partnership opens up fascinating opportunities to reshape the entire landscape around EV ownership through combining their respective investments in charging networks and mobility services. Consider this tantalizing scenario. Honda's nascent Energy Solutions program integrates its proprietary battery storage capabilities with Nissan's burgeoning bidirectional charging tech. The result could be a seamless ecosystem where owners can charge their EVs using stored energy from their rooftop solar cells, Powerwall storage units, and even feed juice back to the grid in times of need. Then take it a step further by merging those capabilities with each company's existing mobility platforms, Honda's expanding car-sharing service, and whatever miracles might emerge from Nissan's secretive autonomous driving skunkworks. Suddenly, the dream of a fully integrated point-to-point transportation solution with self-driving robot access and self-charging capabilities feels tantalizingly close at hand. It's the sort of utopian mobility vision automakers have long promised, but consumers have yet to experience thanks to competing interests, platform incompatibilities, and fractured strategies across the industry. But with Nissan and Honda's forces united, bringing that seamless energy mobility nexus to mainstream reality could finally be possible. Of course, just because the strategic benefits of this partnership seem immense on paper, doesn't mean it will be all smooth sailing from here. Pulling off this unprecedented integration between two vastly different corporations with different cultures and alliances will be a daunting challenge, to say the least. After all, we're talking about combining the engineering DNA and operational infrastructure between two of the world's largest manufacturers. Things like merging incompatibility, computer systems, rationalizing duplicative supplier contracts, and deciding which brands dealerships get to sell what models are just the tip of the iceberg. Then there's the really thorny issue of maintaining two very distinct brand identities and corporate cultures under the same umbrella entity. You can bet passionate contingents on both sides will fight tooth and nail to preserve their respective philosophies and allegiances during every phase of the future product planning sessions. Can you even imagine the battles that could erupt over whether to develop a pure electric sports car wearing Honda's red badge of performance passion or Nissan's more traditional value messaging? Talk about a leadership challenge in balancing those egos and agendas. Which is all to say, watching this grand unification unfold promises to be a chaotic, drama-filled spectacle for years to come. The potential rewards are immense, but so are the pitfalls. Keep watching to see how the story could play out. While the Nissan-Honda alliance was clearly born of competitive necessity, the sheer scope of upside available to both companies in electrification and mobility services make this a potential game-changing partnership for the entire industry. But those lofty ambitions will require an unprecedented degree of cultural assimilation between two global business titans with very distinct corporate identities and allegiances. It's a staggering leadership test in its own right, one that will shape the future trajectory of not just this alliance, but the entire automotive landscape. Because if Nissan and Honda can put aside their egos and capitalize on their respective strengths without destroying each other's cherished brand values in the process, their combined technical firepower could rewrite the rules of EV development. We could see new benchmarks established for driving range, performance, and energy efficiency previously thought unattainable. At the same time, jointly harnessing Nissan's autonomous driving expertise with Honda's energy management and mobility capabilities unlocks tantalizing possibilities for seamless, sustainable transportation solutions at a global scale never before seen. Technologies like self-charging robot access, powered by grid interactive home batteries, could shift us into a whole new paradigm around personal mobility and energy consumption. It's heady stuff to be sure. But as exciting as the potential prizes are, the path to achieving them will be fraught with skirmishes between warring factions dead set on protecting their interests, lengthy system integrations, and bruising executive battles over branding and positioning. Corporate unifications of this scale always breed chaos before ultimate order is achieved. Will Nissan and Honda have the fortitude and leadership vision required to push through the inevitable growing pains and unleash their full combined potential? Or will this alliance ultimately crumble under the weight of its own ambition? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure, the shockwaves from this unconventional partnership are likely to remake the entire automotive world in ways we can scarcely imagine today. What aspect of this Nissan-Honda partnership most excites or intrigues you? Is it the potential for groundbreaking new EV models combining their respective strengths? Or is it the more tantalizing potential for integrated mobility solutions merging things like self-driving cars, bidirectional charging, and home energy storage? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If this unprecedented automaker alliance has piqued your curiosity, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll be following all the twists and turns of this developing story, going behind the scenes to reveal the inevitable clashes over branding, automobiles, and more. You won't want to miss it. Hit that notification bell too so you're alerted as soon as new episodes drop. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.